As we learn those who are serving and who have served, Mississippi State is aligned to pay respect to those great individuals. Tune in this week to find out what those events are. Again, thank you.
Home away from home. How a janitor brings the Thanksgiving holiday to her dorm hall. Courtney Austin.
Track star to entrepreneur. I'm Stephanie Poole, and see how one student started his growing business.
Some find it offensive, but is it illegal? I'm Claudia Wells, and I have more on the story.
Hello and welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Brock St. Clair.
And I'm Sydney Moore.
A shocking shirt. One voter at the polls last week was disgusted by what another voter was wearing.
Wow. You see, now that man took a photo and it's been shared more than 1,000 times on Facebook and retweeted more than 60,000 times. Take 30's Claudia Wells shows us the shirt says and looks into the legality of the controversial message.
While voting at his designated polling place, an Olive Branch, Mississippi resident noticed a man wearing a t-shirt with a noose and a Confederate flag that reads Mississippi Justice.
I was pissed off, to be honest. I wanted to say something, but my mama, she wanted to hold me back. Me and my brother, we wanted to say something. But she wanted to hold us back, so I took a picture. I found it offensive, racist, and all the above. Then to come to find out that he was a nurse, that made everything even worse.
While many find the shirt to be offensive, was it illegal to wear while voting? A political science professor sent me a link so I can find the answers to my questions. According to the Mississippi Poll Manager Guide, the only apparel that is not allowed to be worn is campaign paraphernalia. It is not to be worn within 150 feet of the polling place. The man pictured has been identified as Clayton Hickey. Hickey has been fired from Regional 1 Medical Center in Memphis, Tennessee. The hospital released a statement which reads, "As of today, November 8, 2018, we have completed our investigation, and what we learned led to the termination of the employee in question. Regional 1 Health holds employees to a high standard. We are committed to upholding our mission to provide compassionate care and exceptional services to all. This includes fostering a safe and protected work and care environment for all. Behaviors contrary to these principles are unacceptable and will not be tolerated."
Made me want to vote more.
Why?
Because, that's the reason why we should be voting, because people like him, if you feel that comfortable to come out like that, that means we got a big problem in this state, and everybody needs to be voting.
For Take 30 News, I am Claudia Wells.
Well, the next election in Mississippi will be a runoff election between Cindy Hyde-Smith and Mike Espy on November 27th. Meanwhile, Hyde-Smith is under fire for comments made during the weekend. While at an event in Tupelo, the Republican U.S. Senator is captured on video praising a supporter by saying, quote, "If he invited me to a public hanging, I'd be on the front row," end quote. She later released a statement saying it was, quote, "exaggerated expression of regard." Since then, she has refused to answer any questions about the incident. And the Clarion Ledger confirmed today the two candidates, Cindy Hyde-Smith and Mike Espy, have agreed to their only debate of the campaign season. The one-hour debate is set for the evening of November 20th at the Farm Bureau's auditorium in Jackson. Hyde-Smith had previously declined to debate her opponents leading up to the November 6th election, saying her schedule in Washington, D.C. wouldn't permit it. When the two candidates moved on to the runoff last week, Espy immediately sent Hyde-Smith a letter asking for 3 debates before November 27th. But it appears the November 20th event will be the only one. Mississippians living out of the state, such as college students who want to vote in the November 27th runoff election for U.S. Senator, will have a short time period to do so. In a recent press conference, Senator David Blount D. Jackson said, "If we want our young people to participate, we need to make our process better." He also said the current process resembles a poll tax that once was imposed to prevent African Americans from voting. If you're going to vote using the absentee ballot, you should know the deadline to do it in person is November 24th at noon, and by mail November 26th, so you should plan accordingly.
People at an area high school are grieving the loss of one of their students. According to reports, Greenville, Mississippi high school football player Jeremiah Williams died Friday after fracturing 2 vertebrae in his neck during a football game. To honor Jeremiah Williams, Greenville Mayor Eric Simmons has declared November 15th Jeremiah Williams Day. The Clarion Ledger reports Homeland Security raided the Catholic Diocese of Jackson because a Starkville priest got money by lying about having cancer when in fact he was positive with HIV. The report says the court documents show Homeland Security believes the Reverend Lennon Vargas Gutierrez, pastor of St. Joseph Parish in Starkville, quote, knowingly devised schemes of obtaining money by means of false and fraudulent pretense through the use of wire communications. It says Vargas raised money individually and took money from a GoFundMe account of more than $9,000 set up in his name. The report says the money was supposed to pay for his trip to Canada to receive treatment for a rare cancer. According to the Clarion Ledger, he did go to Canada, but it was to visit a sexual addiction facility for priests. The report says that in addition to the GoFundMe account money, St. Joseph parishioners and others donated more than $33,000 to Vargas, who also claimed he was raising money for an orphanage in Mexico. The report says most of that money was spent on personal expenses, and there's no proof Vargas partnered with a Mexican orphanage whatsoever. Homeland Security believes the Diocese of Jackson may have furthered Vargas's cancer story by sending out an email stating Vargas would be leaving for extensive treatment in the near future and that he would be gone for a few months. The email allegedly failed to state that Vargas was not going away for cancer treatment. The Diocese of Jackson released a statement saying that they are cooperating with investigators and Vargas will not engage in any public ministry and has been removed from all pastoral and financial administration. It said the law prevents them from commenting on Vargas's health. Roman Catholic Church leaders say its offices in Mississippi and Alabama will release the names of clergy members accused of sexually abusing minors. In a statement, the Archbishop of Mobile, Alabama, said each of the 4 Catholic dioceses in Mississippi and Alabama will report the names of people who were removed from ministry after being accused of abuse. The Archbishop said the list of names will be dated back to 1950. He did not say when the list would be made public. The Starkville Police Department is asking for the community's assistance in identifying someone they say robbed a store. On last Monday at around 1 a.m., an armed robbery occurred at Sprint Mart on 101 Academy Road. If you recognize this person or if you have any other information, please do contact authorities. When we return, One Music streaming service has a new way of timing your turkey, plus what a dorm janitor is doing to make Thanksgiving especially special for a group of students. Stay with us.
A baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
Welcome back. Thanksgiving's just a week away, and one MSU staff member plans on making it extra special for a group of students.
Well, Take 30's Courtney Austin explains how a janitor is celebrating early and bringing it to the lobby of a residence hall on campus.
The Thanksgiving holiday is right around the corner. Marva Clark, a janitor in McKee Hall, will be hosting her annual cookout Thursday. Clark has been putting these cookouts together out of her pocket for the past few years, and each year it gets bigger and better.
Well, I started this a long time ago. It didn't just start at Mississippi State. I've been doing it, like I said, a long time ago. I've been doing this wherever I go, you know. It's just my heart. Because my children was in school, and some things that I was not able to afford for my children in college. Sometimes they might not get food and money, blah, 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 and someone had blessed my children with. And I just want to be able to give back.
Year after year, Clark prepared the meals on her own. As time-consuming as this became, she has brought in caterers to take a little bit of the load off her shoulders.
Not last year. I've been cooking myself. But last year I had someone to cater it. But this year it's gonna be catered too. Having spaghetti, fried chicken, green beans, with potatoes. We having corn and desserts, sweet potato pies, and drinks and water and stuff like that.
Clark has no desire to stop at just McKee Hall. She has big dreams for where her cookouts could lead to.
Just been doing it every building I've been assigned to do. But my goal next year is to have in a junction, and the title would be A Day in the Park with Miss Faye.
Take 30 News. This is Courtney Alston.
A few of the McKee residents say that they do not see Clark just as a janitor, but more like a second mom. Now, when you're in the kitchen, most cooks know timing is everything. That's why a music streaming service created a new way to time your turkey. Music streaming service Spotify is introducing their turkey timer. The company says it cranks out a special holiday playlist based on the size of your turkey and your Thanksgiving mood. All you have to do is select the size of your turkey, indicate whether it's stuffed, then select a playlist. By the way, they say the average Thanksgiving dinner takes 7 hours to prepare.
That's a pretty moderate estimate for the St. Clair household. If something inside your home does catch fire, experts say you now have less time to get out alive. Yeah, a KARE 11 report reveals you now have less than 4 minutes to escape the flame, and that's compared to a 17-minute escape time in the past. Why? Well, experts say the answer is newer furniture burns faster, and so do newer homes. KARE teamed up with a group of fire departments that built two small-scale living areas, one with newer furniture inside and the other with furniture made before 1980. After setting both areas on fire at the same time, it took less than 3 minutes for thick black smoke to pour out of the side with the newer furniture, and the flames were strong. On the side with the older furniture, however, the fire was still contained to just a corner on the couch. Less than 7 minutes in, and fire on the newer side spread to the ceiling, the carpet melted, the whole room was completely engulfed. Firefighters opened their hoses and put out those flames. The side with the legacy furniture, however, burned for another 3 minutes before a firefighter had to go in. Firefighters say with furniture, the difference is in the material. Older furniture is made with wool, leather, and cotton. The newer stuff is mostly polyester and artificial fabrics. They said when you combine that with the modern, lightweight construction of most newer houses, you'll have a fire that grows a whole lot faster. Baby, it is cold outside, but how long will winter stay around? We've got your forecast coming up. You're watching Take 30 News.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms. Putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
I'm Sydney Moore, and this is your Take 30 News weather forecast brought to you by MSU Campus Connect. As we look at our satellite radar, you can see this large line moving, rain clouds moving out of our area. You can see up toward the Tupelo area, some of the pink meaning they're getting a mix of icy rain and maybe a few snowflakes. Then over towards Greenville and the Delta, this clump of the blue snow and ice storm. Meteorologists are expecting about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of the icy mixture to come down through tomorrow morning. As we look at our temperatures around the state, in Greenville through the Delta up to Memphis, it's 30 degrees. That's why that snow ice mixture has a chance to stick around for a couple hours. Several days of cold weather have allowed the ground to cool down where it could stick. We may see some delays to start the school day tomorrow throughout the Delta. Here in Starkville, it's just above freezing, while down in Meridian, it's 39 degrees. Jackson metro area is registering at 35 degrees, and Hattiesburg is 38. Now let's take a look closer at Starkville. Right now on campus, it's 34 degrees with a real feel of 31. That's impacted by the high humidity and that northwest breeze. It's really just a cold, damp day on campus, but the students at MSU's Campus Connect don't expect this wintry weather to last much longer. The 7-day forecast is looking really nice for Thanksgiving travel. This wintry mix should be out of our area tomorrow, letting the sun peek through and warm things up. The high on Saturday is 62, so if you're going to the 11 a.m. football game versus Arkansas, wear some layers that you can take off as it warms up. Some clouds will move back into the area Monday, but the high will stay near 60. As always, thank you to MSU Campus Connect Weather for that forecast. Remember, you can always find up-to-date weather information online at weather.msstate.edu.
Thank you, Sydney. Track star to entrepreneur. A student on campus created his own business, Reed's Lemonade. Take 30's Stephanie Poole met with Willie Reed to see just how he made this happen.
Senior Willie Reed started Reed's Lemonade early 2018 and has worked his way from selling lemonade from his house to on-campus customers.
So with that free time, I figured what could I do with a little bit of extra money I had in my pocket due to the refund check. So since I don't really buy fancy clothes and shoes and stuff like that, I wanted to kind of invest in myself.
A frat brother of Willie offered him a $500 check, but Willie refused to cash it because he wanted to prove that his product was worth it before accepting a handout.
A lot of people don't actually know about the Entrepreneurship Center on campus, but it's actually a really great resource that I have used in the past. A lot of people don't actually know about the Entrepreneurship Center on campus, but it's actually a really great resource that I have used in the past. They will give you advice, funding, and guidance on your new business. And I did the first pitch, and I was awarded a $500 check to put towards research and development, new products, media, marketing, anything like that.
The only ingredients that Reed's uses in their lemonade is purified water, pure sugar cane, freshly squeezed lemons, and strawberries. Reed did say that in the next 3 to 5 years, he does plan to have this product manufactured. So instead of seeing these ingredients alone, you will start seeing things such as nitrogen, additives, and preservatives to help keep this with a longer shelf life.
As of right now, basically the business is feeding itself, basically. So all the money that I do make, it goes right back into the business.
You can grab a bottle as well. The price is 1 for $4 or 2 for $7. And hey, don't go anywhere. Take 30's Georgia Moore is here with sports after the break.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
Hello and welcome to Take 30 Sports. I'm Georgia Moore. Tough game for the Bulldogs as they fall to Alabama Crimson Tide 24-0. Officiating was a huge part of the discussion after the game, so much that the athletic director John Cohen contacted the SEC offices concerning the officiating in Saturday's game. Nevertheless, the Bulldogs look forward to Senior Day this Saturday against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Last home game of the season is scheduled to kick off at 11 a.m. and will be aired on ESPN. It is the true maroon game, and fans are encouraged to wear maroon all across the stadium. Mississippi State's women's basketball team is off to a good start in their season. Earlier this month, the team had an exhibition game and 2 official games to start off the season. They won their last game against Southeast Missouri State, winning 88-53. Then last Friday, they traveled to Charlottesville, Virginia for their first away game of the season. They of course won that game as well, beating UVA 72-44. The team is looking to keep that momentum going for this next game, which is Thursday, November 15th at 7 o'clock, where they will face off against Lamar University. This game will be aired on SEC Network. Mississippi State's men's basketball team is also starting their season off well. Last Friday on November 9th, they won against Austin Peay, beating them 95-67. This past Sunday, they played host to University of Hartford. They won 77-59. Now, the team is ranked number 17 in the nation by the AP polls, and they're bringing it back to Starkville to play at home once again this Friday, November 16th at 8 o'clock. They will be facing off against Long Beach State that night, and if you can't make it to the game, don't worry. It'll be aired on SEC Network as usual. Both teams are currently 2-0. Good luck to both our basketball teams in their upcoming games. Playing in the NCAA tournament for the first time, the Bulldogs took on Lipscomb University in a double overtime thriller. Despite the huge excitement around the soccer team in preparation for this big game, they would fall 1-0 to the Lady Bisons. Although the season had come to an end, we are proud of our Bulldogs for doing something that has never been done in program history. And that is all the time we have for sports. After the break, how local veterans were honored this week.
Welcome back, and thank you, Georgia, for those updates on sports. With Veterans Day this week, Take 30's Robert Herron shows us how locals are honoring those who served.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Mississippi State recognized the importance and great sacrifice that our soldiers put on the line every day. Professor David A. Soretta, who has been deployed 3 times and also has a wife that's in the military, knows how special this month is.
To me, is an opportunity for us to honor those that have showed the courage, dedication, and willingness to give of themselves for something greater than themselves. So it's an opportunity for them to, serve the people of the United States and it's also a way for us to honor all those people that have served in the past.
Veterans Day is another time for us to sit back and reflect and thank you for the people who don't, for the people who have served for this country. There was an event today hosted by the Writing Center recognizing our student servicemen. After the event, people can come around and look at photos such as this and marginalize some of the great marks that our veterans have put up.
Other events this week include the 4th Annual Veterans 5K Run taking place on the morrow. Also, the annual Veterans Recognition Game will take place Saturday as the Bulldog hosts the Arkansas Razorbacks. Kayla, who has 2 uncles in the military, explains the character trait she sees out of them every day.
About being selfless is really something that I take home with me every day. I live on Columbus Air Force Base, so I see and I'm around people who really devote and put other people's lives at the forefront of their.
That's all the time we have for today.
Thank you so much for watching. And as a reminder, next week we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on air Wednesday, November 28th.
And you can catch the Thursdays crew tomorrow live at 4.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.